Brady,
Great
please
band.
report it.
Good Wednesday morning to you, Phoenix. Hello, world.
Hi.
Here's a couple of Wednesday morning fun facts. When Oregon became a state in 1859, its constitution banned black people from living or working in the state. And it didn't change that law until 1926.
In Oregon?
Yep.
Man.
So just like
Wow.
some of the stuff we're eliminating from history.
We got to get rid of Oregon.
Yep. Only one member of the Coast Guard has ever received the Medal of Honor. His name was Douglas Monroe, and he got it for saving 500 Marines who were trapped by Japanese forces during World War II. This happened in 1942. Sadly, he died in the process.
So he doesn't even know he got it.
Yeah.
Does it count?
10 of the first 12 presidents owned slaves. The only ones who didn't, John Adams and his son, John Quincy Adams.
Uncomfortable.
No comment.
I think there's some statues up.
Don't.
George Lucas gave Mel Brooks permission to parody Star Wars with Spaceballs. He just had one rule. No merch.
Oh, wow. Couldn't sell any Spaceballs merchandise.
Brooks agreed. Lucas visual effect company, Industrial Light and Magic, did the special effects.
Is that why they did it in the movie?
Yeah.
The merch?
Yeah, they had the merchandise thing in the movie.
But somebody pirated that because there was a whole bunch at Fan Fusion. There was the RV was at Fan Fusion, a bunch of like.
They're not
toy
selling
barfs.
merchandise.
It's not
Just
official.
have the stuff. But,
Probably not
yeah,
official.
And also,
Oh, it's
yeah,
not
not sanctioned.
official.
But I mean, you have the
You're
RV.
right. Okay.
If you're selling that, it's just an RV you've dressed up as the thing.
No, like a toy RV. I mean, of the
Oh.
with the wings on it.
That might have been lifted.
Somebody, yeah. I bet you Mel Brooks could sue him for that.
There you go.
According to a new survey, 5% of people say they're more afraid of supernatural creatures like demons and ghosts than they are of serial killers and murderous cults.
How many?
5%.
Okay.
48% of people are more afraid of real-life killers. 24% aren't afraid of either. And 13% of the people say they're equally afraid of both.
I like how you called them real-life killers, because the other ones are not
Fake.
a thing.
Knows.
Yeah, they're not a thing. My sister was killed by a demon, you son of a bitch. No, it's never happened in the history of anything, ever. No reason to fear it. They're impotent.
Florida Man News. We have a drinking game that happened in a bar in South Florida. The loser had to stab himself with a screwdriver.
This was Eric's future had we not met at that fish house, by the way.
Belinda Latisse Adams beat her opponent, and he said, I know we're supposed to stab ourselves. Hey, could you do me a favor and stab me? So she did. Well, she got in trouble for stabbing him. He goes, I lost the game. I just couldn't do it because I fell over, hurt my shoulder.
Oh.
Where was the stabbing? Where
At a
he
fish house on
No,
Camelback.
where did he get stabbed? In his body.
Oh,
He
Lower
I think
body
in the
injury.
thigh.
Thigh? Mm.
Yeah.
He had a lower body.
yeah, it's a major artery running through your thigh. You don't
Yeah,
want to
I
mess
don't
with it. Maybe I'd take a stabbing in the calf,
Yeah, love handle if you got one.
the forearm, try to get between the bones. A love handle stab's not bad, but you don't want to get inside of it. Just bleed like a pig all day long. I'd just rather not play the game, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Peter Wagman lives in Pinellas Park, Florida. He's been with his 41-year-old girlfriend for 11 years. Saturday night, they got into an argument. She eventually went to sleep, but she woke up at 4:45 a.m. to find Peter standing over her, pouring ketchup on her in bed. And he yelled, "That's what you get, bitch."
You a hot dog. I'm a biped. What's happening right now? Uh-oh, he's high.
Brady's reenactments
He was arrested.
are awesome.
Yeah. Why did he do it?
They got into an argument, and I guess this was a way to get back at her.
So
Had to be an
he
argument
got
over
arrested
ketchup.
for that? For
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you can't do that.
domestic
put ketchup on
battery.
people?
This was the first time the
No, I don't
cops had
think
been
so.
to their...
I think that's
Couldn't
illegal.
you say the same thing for pouring lube on someone?
No,
No?
you can't. Shut
Can't
up.
pour lube on
You
anyone?
can. You can absolutely do that. That's fine. I think the against their will thing is the big part of that,
Well, she was sleeping. Maybe she was into it.
said Cosby. Just put a little ketchup on her, and then this is what you get, bitch.
Anticipation.
And then you put your wiener in the buns, and then you just hope that she never tattles.
All right, I'm rethinking.
In Okaloosa,
Sleeping people it's illegal to mess with them. But it does seem somewhat tame for jail time,
Right.
considering the guy that raped a cat was out with an ankle bracelet. Still don't get that story. Why did they let him loose?
Talk to your cop friends. Find out.
I need Ben to text me immediately. Why did the guy with the ankle bracelet who had raped a cat, why is he not sitting in a cell somewhere awaiting trial? I don't understand why he got free. His wiener was buried in a cat in public. And a month later, there he is trolling teens on the internet, and they catch him again. I could have stopped this.
Was it only a month?
Yeah, it was like the end of March. He got the cat thing.
in Okaloosa County, Florida, the sheriff's deputies are looking for two white men who entered the second floor of the boardwalk on Okaloosa Island. They were trying to break open an ATM with a blowtorch. Instead, the guy welded the metal parts together. So he sealed the machine rather than separating them. But they have surveillance video, and they're trying to look for the guys. Congratulations to Lexi Alford. She stepped foot in North Korea and broke a record, becoming the youngest person in history to travel to every country on Earth. She's 21 years old. She beat out 24-year-old current record holder Cassie DePacool.
Started to lose it there at the end of that one. Toledo's just handed me a note that we've got 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
6
Bert
minutes.
Kreischer's going to call us in a few minutes.
All right.
Yeah. Can we push him back a little bit?
I'm going to find out right
Yeah.
now.
You got to be on top of that stuff.
We'll be fine.
Lost
think?
in
Yeah.
the story
Well, we
of
already
the
got 6
creation of
minutes
the
and we got to
show.
do something and then get
I
him
know,
back.
I
Yeah. No. It was so engaging that Toledo stopped working.
John doesn't remember how you got here, but he knows how you'll
Yeah,
leave.
I know exactly what's going to get you out. Hand me a 6 minute. 8 o'clock. Got him booked at 8. It's 7:55, you jackass. I know you guys better hurry up.
That's awesome.
This professor invented a new collar for cats rather than having them wear collars with bells on them to scare the birds or
Is that why they do it?
after. Yeah, that's why a lot of people put the bells on the
So
cats.
the cats don't kill?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now, he's designed a beefeater type collar for the cats to wear. It's bright colors, and the birds are very good on picking up colors that'll... There's the design. You choose between which one you want ringing bells around.
Yeah.
You know, the downside of that is if they're inside the house with the collar on, it's ringing.
That
That
the
annoys
bells,
people,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's annoying that your cat, A, is a murderer, and B, you have to equip it with a noisemaker to make it not kill. And or you dress him up like a harlequined cat.
The Upper East Side of Manhattan, Rachel Palma was experiencing headaches. So she went to the doctors numerous times to figure it out. They did a little MRI, scanned it, and they're like, it looks like there's a tumor in your brain. They kept doing some tests. She would experience other stuff like dropping her coffee mug, just losing motor skills.
Right.
So they go in there and let's remove this tumor. Doctor, it's a 3-hour surgery. Opens it up. It wasn't a tumor. It was a parasite, a tapeworm curled up in her brain. That was about a 3-inch ball.
How'd it get in her head? I thought those were tummy things.
Trying to figure that out. Did she, they were asking her,
Oh. You can get tapeworms in your brain? That's got to be a new kind. And it wasn't eaten. It was just laying on it.
the story is how to figure out how the parasite got there.
Oh.
She never traveled outside the United States. She doesn't recall eating uncooked meat.
Double Yuck.
44-year-old Leroy McFarland was at a public library in Sioux City, Iowa. On Friday afternoon, he was pleasuring himself.
Outside.
doing it quietly in the library.
Oh.
He only got caught because a woman happened to be wandering by the
Right. He's in public.
area.
People wander by in public.
He turned the corner, spotted him. He said, "Oh, hi."
No. He played it cool.
The cops came, and as they were taking Leroy out of the car...
Wait a minute. The cops came?
Yeah.
Leroy's good.
And as they were taking Leroy to the car, a sex toy fell out of him.
Oh.
Nice.
It's 2 days in a row that people's sphincters aren't strong enough to hold in whatever they're hanging on to.
When they searched him, they found 2 other sex toys in the pocket of his sweatshirt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. Here's Leroy.
The lady yesterday that lost a feminine napkin and a bag of Molly.
2 bags.
Leroy drops a butt plug out in the library because his butt can't take it anymore.
We'll end it with a radio video.
All right.
It's happened to this couple in Tennessee. A cop noticed a couple sleeping on the ground while a rattlesnake was slithering towards them. He warned them to stay calm because the snake was right next to him.
Oh, boy. Is there cussing?
You'll see the guy immediately get up and leave his lady.
Don't move. There's a rattlesnake right next to you. Okay. Don't move. Okay.
Does he sell the lady out? I'd move.
Oh, yeah.
He does. He leaves her.
Come here. Don't run away. Come here.
He and his girlfriend
away.
were
Come here.
asleep on the
That's
ground.
a Holmberg move.
That's a
Of course, it's a human move.
I would protect my
John,
wife.
there's a
No, you
cassowary bird right there.
Don't move. There's a rattlesnake right next to you. Okay. Don't move. Okay.
It's actually heading
Go
away.
toward me.
Oh.
Go toward me.
The girl wakes up late. She was, she wasn't playing the game properly.
You could at least nudge her.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't even wake her. I'd wake her and say, "You're about to die."
Yeah, he used her for leverage to get away.
You should have seen the rattlesnake I had last night.
The better part is the had that been on the other side where she wasn't in between him and the rattlesnake, and the snake was on his side, my move would have been to roll over her and get her in between. That's the whole key to self-defense. Get something in between you and the predator. And if it's your wife, it's just because she's slower. That's called natural selection.
Your love, though, you're supposed to protect her.
Yes, I do love things.
They just met.
Me. And I want her to be happy. And she'd be miserable if I was dead. So I have to get in between her. And I'm thinking of her every time I say
So if it was
no.
between you and her, like there's a guy with a knife.
Oh, I'd fight for her that direction.
Oh, you would?
Yeah,
There you
absolutely.
go.
Yeah.
See that?
And that's it,
John.
But if it's an animal, an unpredictable, crazy animal,
What's the difference?
I'd throw her at the animal and run.
I don't know I don't understand
Because she
the
can
difference.
run too. I have the
You
same
can apply
brain.
some of your skills towards that animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's not happening. Never been taught how to fend off a bear.
There was that one guy, didn't he choke out a cougar or something for
Yeah, the
protecting his
4-month-old
girl?
cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4
The
months old. I'll take
First
it.
reported.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
a super cougar.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a pup or whatever they call it.
cub.
A kitten. Cutting?
A cutting.
I don't think
Yeah, it
that's
was
right.
a cutting.
a cougar cutting.
The cougar, cat, and cotton. Is that what they're called? I don't know what cougars are called.
A Coogan.
A Coogan, like Jimmy Coogan. I don't know what they're called, but I would wrestle a baby one for the love of a woman. A real life huge cougar, and she turns to me and goes, "Save me!" I'm like, "Save yourself, bitch. That's a cougar. What are you, dumb?"
But a dude with a knife you'd take on.
Yeah, because it's a man. It's even.
Okay.
Cougars are. You see what cougars do to people?
Come on, dude with a gun.
You
that's gonna
grab her
shoot.
hand.
How close is he?
You grab her hand. You say, "Run with me."
He's 15 feet away. He's going to shoot you and her.
He's 15 feet away.
Would you charge him?
No, you don't charge somebody with a gun.
You immediately
Would you jump
yell
in
out,
front of the
"What's
bullet?"
this then?"
What you do is the smart thing and say, nothing's worth this. So what does he want? And then if it starts getting in a situation where he gets close enough, you take matters in your own hands. 15 feet.
But you'd
So,
protect
he's
your
gotta go.
lady.
Yeah, but really I'm saving my own ass. I mean, just put your hands in the air and listen. Don't mouth off. I don't want to fight this guy, and I know you're not gonna. Where did we get that rap, by the way? How come they're never like, "Would you fight for your man?" They're always the ones like, "He put me in between." That's exactly what you're doing. Women are like, "Put him in between."
I thought we were equal nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. You fight for me. If I turned to a woman and said, "You better get him for the love of me,"
Now you alternate. I did it last time.
I fought
It's
off
your
the
turn.
Marauders last time.
It's your turn.
You do it. You're next. But what about nothing, Gloria Allred? Get your ass in there and fight that guy.
Yeah, I guess if you marry a cyborg or something, then
Then it's just two women fighting.
Could you hang on, man, with a gun? We're trying to figure
we're
out who's
discussing
going to...
this. Now, look. If you want equal pay, then you fight this guy. Otherwise, it's 75-100. You're a CEO and you're going to get paid less because I have to fight for you every time somebody tries to rob all this money you're making equally. It's the deal, ladies. Sorry. You will admit you're weak in certain points that make us almost die. But I'm a weak woman. You go die for me. No, we're even. You can do everything I can do. I've seen the WNBA billboards. Anyway, Bert Kreischer is going to join us in a second.
Bert Kreischer. Well, Mender has emailed in. He wants a daily down memory lane with John and Brady.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I do too.
That's
That'd be great.
a new segment. It's a request.
Back then, we had
It was the Civil War.
we wore long pants. And the style was to go past your feet.
Like, no, you did that. Nobody else did that. That was you.
Just be
You
complete
bought
misremembering
long
every time.
pants.
I remember that.
In fact, yeah, I couldn't golf because I was working in the afternoons, so I didn't have golf opportunities.
Okay, yeah, I completely made it
No, I didn't
up,
say you
and
made it
I
up. I'm
lost
saying
my-
you're confusing.
there
So
we
don't
go.
get angry.
No, the golf thing happened.
We golfed, but it was but it was way
But as
after
I
I had
recall,
first
I mean, that was
initially.
one of the important roles for the thing happened. But
Right, I brought it up at the
Yeah.
restaurant. That was the first time I was like, "Oh my God, this might happen."
Nobody's getting laid tonight, Toledo.
That's right. Thank God. Well, that's going on in his life anyway. Now he knows why. He's doing it.
Gotta
to everybody.
remember
Yeah, you got to do things properly. You got to care about
Keep
stuff.
pushing, Brady. You're pushing buttons.
Bert Kreischer is going to join us a little bit. He's going on a world tour. We'll talk to Bert next. It's 98.
Oh my gosh.